Just a little bit of damage. Thank you.
Now, is that your new shop that you're in?
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's by 92. It's pretty damn cool.
That's awesome.
Putting up the ceiling this week, and we just had it all insulated. So then the walls will go up, and that's pretty much it.
Now, is that on that piece of property where I was with you?
Yeah. Do you remember when we were here and we parked all of the star cars to the right in that grassy area?
Yeah.
That's where the shop is. Yeah.
That's where this is. Okay.
That's where this is. It's in that grassy area where we had like the Starsky and Hutch car, the 18 van, where we had it all parked there.
Yeah. Gosh, dang it. That looks like a big structure.
I mean, it's big for me. It's already, we built all the stunt cars in the shop this year, along with some other cars and whatnot. So it's nice having all the room. Listen, I love the old shop, but it was just too small for me. I outgrew it a long time ago. So I took every dime that I've ever saved up from the jumps and whatnot, and I was like, yeah, we need to do this.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm jealous.
Don't be jealous. You have a lot going for you.
I don't have a
just
shop.
like you, Corey.
Raymond, I don't have a shop that's cool like yours.
Yeah, but you know what? Having a shop, all that means you have to
a lot of work.
You have to work in it,
Yeah. It is funny. I took Sally down to the special effects shop on Landman because I had to pick up my stunt seat and my foot pedal, but she went, and I wanted her to see it where it's like, you got 27 fabricators and they're busy working, doing everything. But we went when they were wrapping. So there was like 2 people there, and I'm like trying to tell her that, just imagine, these fabricators welding over here and all this shit going on over here and all the energy and noise. And it was like silent, everything was wrapped up, and like, it was so anticlimactic and boring,
Right. So your last clinic is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple months. October 25th, 26th.
Yeah, there's a sadness about it, if things slow down in the movie world for you, maybe you can start it up again.
You know what? It's interesting you should say that, because I've had a few people ask me that. And it's just, I've got a couple other projects that look like they're going to happen. I don't want to have broken focus on not, putting 100% focus on these. One of them's with Michael Bay, a TV series. And we've already had discussions with a company about financing it. And so it looks like it's full steam ahead on this project. And you're right. I could always come back to it,
Right.
And, but yeah, it's been a challenge for me learning how to teach. I don't know about you. Are you a good teacher?
Born teacher.
You what?
I think you're a natural born teacher.
Oh, I think I suck. But thank you.
I know. I've seen the videos, and I've the way you carry yourself, the way you handle yourself. You're very professional, And if I would learn, have the opportunity to learn by anybody, it would definitely be by you.
So, thanks, Raymond. That's sweet of you to say.
Sure, you have a lot I can learn from you, of course. Back in the day when I started this, I had no one to show me anything. I was my own crash test dummy. So, but everything's going pretty good with me outside of the scammers from India got me good. They took my Facebook page. They hacked into my Facebook page, and then they renamed it, and then they merged it with another scam page, and they stole all 152,000 of our fans.
Wait a second. Did you send me something on that on Instagram? Yep. And I went to that link and I unfollowed.
Yeah. Tell Sally to do that too, because she's still. You because they renamed it Walking with God.
That's right.
Walking with God, nobody wants to unfollow it because they think it's a Christian based Facebook page. Fox
Oh,
News actually even did an interview with me about the page being taken away, and I can't seem to get everyone to unlike the page, unfollow the page, and now we only have 8,000 fans on our new page. So sucks.
we'll get them back. We'll get them back.
I don't know, Corey. It took me 15 years to get all 152,000 fans. How do you do that? I don't have. Do I have another 15 years doing this?
No, but I think so many people respect you for what you've accomplished, and they want to still be peeking over your shoulder to see what you're going to do next.
Nobody likes a has-been.
Well, then don't be a has-been. Don't be
Yeah,
like
but
me.
I'm just saying. I mean, I can't escape aging.
Yeah,
You look like you're in good shape. You could probably do this for another 10 to 15 years.
I don't know about that.
You never
I
know.
drink smart water. That's why.
That's
Raymond,
why.
smart water. Yeah.
That's where you get your smarts from. It's the water.
It's all bullshit because I've drank so much of this water. I'm not smarter than I was when I started. It's false
You should
advertising.
actually have a lawsuit against them, Corey.
I think we should. We should sue them.
I think so. We really wanted you to come. I was going to pay for you to come down to the fountain jump. I really wanted you to come, but I understood, because the girls, I think, had a horse event or something.
Yeah, they got their rodeos on the weekend. Matter of fact, they're at one right now. They're
really?
In Graham, Texas. Yeah. They didn't have a very good rodeo. They both missed
I follow you guys on TikTok. I see Sally's videos of you taste testing all the food and stuff like that. So
yeah. Poor me, huh? It's like
for you.
poor me. I have to sit there and eat good food, and then
Wasn't there one recently where you didn't like it or something like that?
oh, there was a couple, Raymond. There was one. I pushed it away. I'm like, just this. And she didn't get her feelings hurt because it wasn't like her recipe. It was somebody else's. But now she's trying to strong arm me into saying everything's a 10. And I go, I'm sorry, not everything's a 10.
Right.
Some of them don't taste.
They look pretty good. A lot of what she makes you, and I'm like, man, I'd dig into that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of digging and tens, Raymond sent us 2 videos that we could check out of the jump.
Oh, I just got to say before you show it, of all the Duke's jumps, all the General Lee jumps that we've all seen, that was just like the icing on the cake. That was just that wasn't just a flawless jump. It was the beautiful going through a fountain and the water's blue and he just nails it right in the center and splash. It just visually, it was just so exciting. It wasn't just over another creek or another bush, it was, or over a Roscoe car. It was let's see. It was a beautiful, beautiful jump.
Boy, every time I see this video, I'm like, wow. It's me right back in the car.
Who is that guy? Who's that right there?
It's Bender. You met Bender. He was here.
No. The guy with the helmet on.
The one with the giant balls.
Is that you?
Right, here we go.
Look at all the people at your side window. Oh, they went away. Oh, there they are. How was your back on that one?
Good. Listen. I want to do it again.
How was your back on that? Were you okay?
Good. Yeah. I was off of the seat, probably about 8 inches. And if you play that in slow motion and pause that when I land, you'll see like I'm all the way down. Had I been sitting on that seat, that would have been my spine, compressing. So yeah, no injuries on that one. That was great. You and I talked 3 weeks before that jump, I did get busted up. Remember? I had a flat landing. And
Yes.
because of all of the weight loss, my jump vest wouldn't fit.
Ah.
And it was like tight around my rib cage. And I was telling the guys when, we had it altered, which you're not supposed to alter, but it wouldn't fit me because, I wasn't 330 pounds anymore. So Pat was like, hey, you need to make sure that thing fits you. Well, I mean, loopholes crossed each other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I sent it out to have it altered. They made it too small. And so, we're at the jump and it's holding me up by my rib cage. And I told the guys, I'm like, man, I feel like it's going to break my ribs if I land, and when I did land, sure enough, it separated my ribs here. And I had a chest contusion and I had bruised ribs all on my left side.
Oh, wow.
And breathing. Oh, dude. So I had to deal with that. So I was actually in the fountain jump car with bruised ribs back in another jump vest that fits. We got a new one. Having bruised ribs, a separated rib, and a bruised chest wall, being back in a jump vest. Oh, dude, it was murder. But I didn't
painful.
re-injure myself.
Man. And
I didn't get out.
knowing as you're going that pain is just off the ramp.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty. I was really scared on this one because usually when we jump, and you probably know about this, you're on a closed set, you're on a track or something, you can just go for it and not have to worry about anyone. There was 42,000 people at the fountain jump, and I was so scared that somebody was going to run out in front of me. I had people to the left, people to the right, people ahead of me. And I was jumping over a fountain that was built in I think it was erected in 1880.
Oh, wow.
And yes, so I had a lot of pressure on me. Everybody was dependent on me. I had to sign insurance papers for 2.5 weeks with the insurance companies. The massive amount of paperwork for that was just unbelievable.
Raymond, okay, first of all, it was 100% successful, right? Imagine, just for fun, imagine if it wasn't. What if you became that guy that went into the fountain? You were supposed to go over it. You went into it, took out this historical landmark, and now people hate you and chase you down the street.
You sound like Pat. You sound like Pat because he said the very same thing, Corey. He was like, remember Pat? He was with us when we picked you up from the airport. Pat was like, dude, you'd be pretty famous if you jumped over the fountain, but can you imagine if you crashed into it?
Yeah.
He said you would definitely, be the most famous guy out there doing this.
The other thing is, I saw a lot of footage of it. I don't think I saw a single angle that wasn't beautiful of that, from the rooftop, from down low, from head on, from going away from camera. Just everything about that jump was just, it's like, how do you top that? It's like,
I couldn't believe that people were on the roofs, and after seeing all the videos and seeing the people, I'm like, man, nobody fell off.
yeah.
Can you imagine somebody falling off a roof and then landing on the people below? That could have been a catastrophe. I was a little worried about that, but the town square, you had a state road going through there, so you had to get the state involved. There was the county road and the city of Somerset road. The city of Somerset owned the fountain. All three of these, governments, let's just call them governments, they had to come together to make this happen. And they could have called anybody to do this, but I was honored that they called me to do it.
Wait a minute. Let's back up a sec. Backpedal. What do you mean they could have got anybody to do that?
They could have got anybody in the world to do this.
No.
They chose me for some reason.
No, they got you because they got the best. You're the best now, just so you know. The best with the vest that doesn't fit anymore.
The best of the best. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But you got it altered.
Corey,
So
that for you to say that coming from you, I'm very humbled and I'm honored that you would think of me in that, in that way. Um, Again, I do what I do to honor you, to honor Alan and Ted and Gary and John Cade. And, I'm doing this because you guys had made such an impact on me and others like me that it changed my life. Did you ever think that by you jumping the generally on the Dukes of Hazzard and 30 something years later, it's going to change somebody else's life because of what you did?
well, I had no idea. No, obviously I had no idea. And it wasn't, as you know, it wasn't just me, it was you, everyone that you mentioned there that, you know, no, the answer is no. I had no idea anybody would even care, to tell you the truth. It was just
because you jumped over the, go ahead.
Raymond, I was going to say again, when we did a jump on the show, on the Dukes of Hazzard TV show, there was no celebration. You do a jump and you get out of the car, and Paul Baxter's like, okay, the next shot's going to be over here. Not a pat on the back. No one shook your hand. Maybe you got a thumbs up, and you had and the other thing was this with Paul. If he gave you a thumbs up, you had to look away real quick because he would do this. As soon as you looked at, he'd do that. Right. So you try to, if he threw the thumbs up, you would look away real quick. So but yeah, no, the only thing I want to give praise to John Cade for just a minute, on one of the jumps that he did, that myself and Bob Orson were on a raft in a pond, and he jumped a Roscoe car, and the accuracy, I would say you're the same, because you've been off this jump ramp so many times in the same exact car. And it's like, if we put a big target out there, I'd bet all my money on you that you're going to hit the bullseye. That's the first time I'd ever seen accuracy on a jump. First time off a jump ramp into a lake or a pond, and hit this raft that Bob Orson and myself were on. And we had to dive off of it.
I remember the episode.
Cade landed right on it. And I was like, holy shit. How could you be so accurate?
So we had to do that. I couldn't just hit the gas and go. And what we put in the way, you got to think, I'm coming down the road, but then there was a dip. If you watch that video, when you can see on the side of the car all the people, you'll see that the car has to dip down like that. That right there can make the car do something funky to where it would take off the ramp in an awkward way.
Yeah, it'll start
we had to
buck a little bit.
Yeah, you could sort of preload the suspension before it needed to, So we had that to worry about. Now, we didn't want to crash. I knew I was going to go through the water stream. Back in April, I had said, I want to crest the top, and I want the water. I want that slow motion shot of the General Lee's, the push bar, to break through that wall of water. And I said, so I want to go through the top of it. And then we had to land on the street before the intersection where the street ventured down between the two buildings. That way everyone could see the landing. So we had to calculate the weight, ramp angle, and then how fast are we going to go? So some of the guys, they were like, 45 miles an hour. I would go 45, that's all you need to go. And I'm like, into the ramp, you're going to scrub off a lot of speed, and I was talking to Teddy Barba, and he was like, Raymond, stab it at 50. Stab it at 50, and that's what I did. I hit it at 50 miles an hour. And here's the thing, your elevation for the takeoff ramp was at ground zero. Your landing was -10. So they weren't on different, they were on different, levels. So I had at least 10 to 12 extra feet of fall, on the landing, which was badass, by the way.
Wow.
So I came down on the front end, and you know what that feels like versus what it's like to land flat. And it was all golden after that. And then the car, because of the suspension, crashing up into the engine cradle. The car jerked hard to the left, and I start hitting the barricades. And I see our producer of Stunt Life, Mike Kolovich, which is my daughter's boss, where she works, and he was sitting there with the camera, and he's like right in my way, and I'm like, Mike, move out of the way. I've never been in that situation where I'm like, I seen a tragedy unfolding in front of me, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Wow.
And he, within inches, he got out of the way. Now he's a professional camera guy. He chose that area because there was an opening in the barricades where he has an out in case I came at him. And he became known as the most famous camera guy in the world for a little while for that.
I got to share a very similar story. I was doing a film with John Woo, a BMW film, and I had to jump this convertible down a hill. And it's a prototype car. Never been jumped because they're not even making them. They just made this prototype. There was a camera operator in the middle of the street and on a long lens. And I'm like, they're not going to have him there. Oh no, he says he's fine. I said, well, no. That's right where I'm going. And I go, when I hit, the brakes could go out. I mean, we don't know. Steering can go out. That's like, unless you want to commit suicide, that's the wrong spot. So I went down and I told this guy, and I said, hey, are you going to move off to the side or nope, I'll be right here. I go, I don't feel comfortable with you being there. That's like a really bad spot. He goes, I've been doing this for a living. But he gave me the whole spiel about, how experienced he is. And this is, it's not his first rodeo, that type of attitude. I said, okay. And so I went back and I told Greg Smurs, the stunt coordinator, I had a conversation with that camera operator about being in the dumb spot that he is, but he seems pretty, stubborn about it, wants to be there. And Smurs like, well, I'll have Rick Avery off here to the side in a stab car. So if it looks like you're going to get into him, he'll come out. I said, okay. It's exactly what happened. I came down, jumped about 105 feet down this hill in San Pedro, hit, and broke the front left steering. It pulls to my left. I'm going straight at this dude. Rick Avery comes out, taps me just enough that I go to miss the guy. He was on a Panavision camera that had this long eyepiece. I sheared the eyepiece off the camera and came to a skidding stop. And I thought I hit him because I remember hearing and feeling the impact. And when I opened my door to get out, there was this long camera. So I picked it up, the eyepiece, and I went jogging over to see if the guy was okay. And he's all, you almost hit me. You almost hit me. I go, well, you were in the dumb spot. I told you not to be. Oh, by the way, here, this is yours. I handed him the camera.
Is it broke?
Yeah. Sheared it right off his Panavision.
Did he make you buy another one?
I'm like, I told you not to be there. But Rick Avery, had he not come out, do you know who Rick Avery is?
I've heard of him.
Oh my gosh, incredible stunt career. Yeah, you got to look up Rick Avery. And his film credits just go back for 50 years and just incredible stuff. But anyway, his instincts to come out and hit me just enough to deflect me, and I was bragging about him.
You wouldn't have did that. You definitely would have hit the camera guy.
Yeah, but I said, Rick, had you hit me just a little bit harder, like you should have, I would not have hit the camera. No.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears is somebody being where they're not supposed to be. I seen it unfolding right before my eyes, and I couldn't do anything about it. I could not do anything.
Well, also that happened to John Cade on Fall Guy. He hit a camera operator and a stunt guy who was safetying, and they both got broken legs because they went. He's going right at him. And they're behind camera, and John's like, okay, I got to make a left or a right to avoid hitting camera. But they also went to their left when John went to his right, and they ran right out in front of him.
Did you see the video from the people at the end where I landed of how close of a call that was with me hitting the camera guy?
Yeah. Thank God he had some athleticism and he got out of the way.
You want to talk
Everybody
about
was like,
athleticism?
"You owe that man a new pair of shorts." Thank God they were brown shorts. People were
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Talking about athleticism was the guy that was running behind the car that was coming up to you to make sure you were good. The one that y'all
That
made
was
the
Mikey. Now
y'all made
Mikey
the
is
little video.
Mikey. He flips over the cop cars when we do our bigger, larger stunt shows. He's the one who gets the really high altitude car turnovers. And Skylar, nice T-shirt by the way.
Hey, look at that. Hey, how come he has one and I don't? What's that? Is that favoritism?
That is favoritism. Corey, yeah, you know what? I'll give you a text after this and send me your address, and I'll send you and Sally and the girls down some T-shirts.
That'd be awesome, Raymond. Thank you.
You got to
Hey, how
wear it
come I
for your
can't hear them
last
too well?
crash clinic. Yeah,
I'm having a hard time.
you have to wear the shirt at your last car crash clinic.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Can I have a black one just like the one you have?
You have a black one just like this. I have them in orange, black, gray. I have a nice pink one for Sally.
I thought you were going to say Corey.
I know. I'm out there wearing the
So
pink
this
one.
is actually the fountain jump shirt. You can see the blue
Oh,
water.
yeah. Very cool. So do you have another jump coming up, or what's going on with you in your future?
We're done for the year, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I guess this would be the perfect place to spoil it. But we're supposed to be doing the first kit jump from Knight Rider next June in Pontiac, Michigan. So we have that on board for next summer. The president of the Midwest Mopars out in Minneapolis, they want me to do a big jump out there for them, a generally jump that is. And then listen, after the fountain jump happened, we had so many calls come in, people wanting us to jump the generally for this or for that. And I just don't want to jump the generally for anything. I don't want people to get tired of it. It has to be a special event for me to jump the generally. I just don't want to jump the generally because.
Yeah. That's cool
that
you look at it that way.
Here's one thing that cameras came up to me and stuff like that, and I'm like, listen, look at all these people here. There's like 45,000 people here. They're here because they love the Dukes of Hazzard. Now somebody needs to have a serious discussion about putting this show back on TV for our children and our grandchildren. That way they have something decent and wholesome to watch. And I really hope what we did, at least raises some awareness to try to get this TV show back on. It was awesome to be on Fox News, CBS, ABC, the New York Post. They were sharing the videos all over, TV. And it was great that we did our little small part to put the generally back in the national spotlight.
Yeah. No, you did a big part. That was huge. Everywhere I turned, I saw it. I saw footage of it. And people that I know, they'd send me, hey, Corey, do you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I've been to his house. And
yeah, so I'm waiting on the call from Hollywood. I love Hollywood. I want them to call me. I want them to call me. Raymond, we want you in the movies. We want you to jump. We're going to do the jump for Trump. So, yeah, I want to do, next year is our nation's 250th birthday.
right.
So I would love to jump a really nice Charger, red, white, and blue. It's like a big flag, and jump that in front of the White House or a couple like army tanks or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool. That's not something you would see every day.
No.
If anybody would do it, it would be Donald Trump. So
Yeah.
Maybe you could dress up as him.
Well, maybe through Kid Rock, because Kid Rock's got a generally, and he's got Don's.
Yeah. Hopefully, we had a good start to it, but when my page got hacked by those scammers from India, and they took all of my followers and stuff, that page sort of stalled out. We're working with the Attorney General's office to try to get our page back. So it's like we had to start over from start. Yeah.
So sorry.
So can you imagine being on top of the world doing the best jump of your career, and within a month to the date, the jump was on June 28th, they hacked my page on July 29th, and it's like
I'm so
terrible.
sorry.
It's been very depressing, and then I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, everyone thinks I'm this tough guy and stuff like that, but I'm a human, damn it. I got feelings too.
Yeah. Got
Yeah, I'm like, should I
insecurities.
just maybe I should just quit? Should I quit, Corey?
No.
Should the fountain jump been my last generally jump?
No, I don't think so. I think it could be by your choice because it was so it was so epic. It was so beautiful. But I think you still have a lot of jumps that could be maybe equally as spectacular and memorable. You know, and the other thing is, can't you make some money doing this? I mean, these cities. It's like when we took the Dukes Fest back in '06. They took it to Nashville Motor Music Speedway. Nashville paid $50,000 to have the Dukes Fest brought there. Maybe there's cities and towns that have a special event, a 4th of July or something, that would pay you a nice big fat paycheck just to come there because everyone's going to come into their city. They're going to come in there and eat out of their restaurants and buy their gasoline and go shopping. And, you know,
I need a booking agent.
Yeah.
You know, I have to buy the cars, I have to build the cars, cage the cars, paint the cars, do the stunt, you know, do all the insurance paperwork, do all of the PR. I wear a lot of hats. That's why I don't have no hair. You know, all the hats I'm taking off and on. You know,
you got to leave the hat on. Just leave it on.
I got to leave it on.
You know, the other thing I think of, what about a casino?
Yeah, you know, I think it's time to jump to generally in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be at SEMA. Pat and I, we're going to SEMA. Nelson from Boss Hog Tour Converters, they invited us, me and Pat, to come out and join them this SEMA in November, first week in November, I believe.
That should be fun.
So hopefully we can do that. And Mark Warman from Graveyard Cars, he's going to help. We're going to give him some content because they already share our jump videos and whatnot. They get millions and millions of views and hundreds of thousands of comments and whatnot on it. So he's going to work with me to try to get back our followers. You know, he's going to advertise our page for us. We're going to give him these videos and he can tag us in them and whatnot. So,
yeah.
And then we have Auto Metal Direct, which if it wasn't for AMD, Corey, there wouldn't be no General Lee jumps. It's their parts that we use to build the General Lee. And don't they look just like a General Lee? Don't they look just like a Charger?
100%. 100%.
Who would have known that it was a 2000 Mercury Grand Marquis?
No, the only thing that gives it away is when I look inside and I see the steering wheel.
That's it. Yeah, we even do the dash the right way.
Yeah.
We use a Charger dash, but yeah, it's the Ford steering wheel that gives it away.
A little bit.
A little bit. You know, but I love the fact that because these cars handle a lot better. You know, they're not the old tanks that we used to use and what you guys used to use on set. I jumped generally 22 times with 15 Dodge Chargers. So now I think the fountain jump was my 30th generally jump, and I did one bandit jump. But man, I love jumping the Grand Marquis because the steering is so tight. It's just all modern.
Now, did you notice a difference because the 69 Dodge Charger being a unibody coming in on the nose being a little bit softer than what you're doing with this one with the frame? Can you
No, and the reason why that's a good question. And the reason why is because we used to try to make the Chargers last more than one jump, and we always tied the unibody together anyway.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every Charger that you've seen me jump, the rear unibody was always connected to the front.
Oh, so it felt like a frame all the way.
So it felt like a frame, but I still had that give because it does crunch up, like you said in that one video, it crunches up like a shock absorber, like a beer can or something.
Yeah.
That is so true. You know, people ridicule me all the time for not landing flat, you know, and
who are these people?
people.
They need to practice their quiet skills.
They, you know what? A famous stunt driver told me once, Raymond, they don't know that they don't know what they're talking about.
Was that Al Wyatt?
Remember, that was you.
Me.
That was you.
I'm like,
You
wait a
told me
minute.
that.
That was my line. Yeah.
That was your line.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
not that
tell
they don't
them,
know.
you don't know that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's not that they don't know. They don't know they don't know.
You don't know they did.
Yeah.
See, I already learned so much from you, Corey.
Someone's got to let them know that they don't know. And then everybody will know.
That's why I'm hoping that one day that you get something and they're like, Corey, you need a little help on this one, get a hold of that Raymond guy that you know.
I
And you
keep
give me that
hoping.
call.
I swear to
Give
you.
me that call and you're like, Raymond, you want to crash a car with me, bud?
Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to have some jump come up, and they're like, "Hey, it's got to be an accuracy thing." And I'm going to say, and they're going to ask me, and I got a guy, because I'm not going to do it.
I was half a foot off. I was 6 inches off from my mark in Somerset at the fountain.
That's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
How
At
could you be
150 feet, I landed it at 114 and a half.
How could you be so off your mark? My gosh, come on. That's a bullseye. Nobody knows. You know what you do? You do like what Jack Gill would do. He'd go move the mark. He'd move it right. And that's right where I was supposed to. That's
I know that technique. I never used it, Skylar, did you have that other video?
Yes, sir.
Want to play that other video for Corey real quick?
I haven't seen that one. I thought I've seen
no one's seen this yet, Corey.
Oh, I was going to say, I haven't seen that.
No one's seen this yet.
Guess it's going to stay on that screen. Can you see it, Corey?
Yes, I can see it. It looks like it's flopped. The image is flopped.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but once it's done recording it.
Who shot that there, Raymond?
That was Matt Miller, one of my camera guys. Matt's been working with me since 2005.
On a drone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're in Europe right now. Right hand steer.
Yeah, right.
What a great angle. Look at that. Boom.
Look, you'll see his camera guy.
Whoop. Yeah. Get out of the way.
God, I didn't realize you were that close to him. Like on the other views and stuff like that, it doesn't look like he's coming up to him that close.
Yeah, I saw one that looked like he almost clipped him.
Is away.
Has anybody complained that you don't hit the horn when you're in the air?
We did hit the horn.
Listen.
You did. That's just beautiful. That's just...
See, I need this type of camera equipment.
How come that door popped open? Look at that.
Walls broke.
Raymond was trying to get out.
No, it was the passenger side. Busted open.
That's a cool shot.
That's a great shot. That's not something you see every day.
Mm-mm. Oh, look at all the people.
It's 40,000.
That's literally all of Stephenville in one spot.
Yeah. That's something. Hey, did you sell that car afterwards?
Yes, it went for $18,500.
And someone's going to just have it, up in their front yard or something?
It was was Wildcats Used Cars of Somerset, Kentucky. They bought it and they have it at their dealership. You can go there and look at it anytime. You got to think, this was a big thing for the city of Somerset, and they literally, it's like a historic monument to them in a way. So I'm glad it's back in Somerset, like the Canada car when we did the first international jump in Moncton at the Radical Speed Sport. There's a sadness when the car gets sold, because you bond with the car, at least I do. But I was glad that somebody in Canada kept the car, and then I'm glad that somebody in Somerset kept the car. That's where they belong, actually. So I'm looking for a really cool video that I want to share with you guys. Here it is. So while we're talking, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, and I'm going to send Skyler the link for it. and nobody has seen this one either. It is so epic, you guys. It looks like a video game. Just give it a minute or so. It's
Is it
uploading, and I'm going to
of the
send that
same
link to
jump?
Tyler.
Is it of the
Yeah.
same jump?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
of the same jump.
I have a question. Out of the 3 jumps, the one in Detroit, the one in Kentucky, and the one in Canada, which one made you feel like you weren't going to walk away from it?
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, I hit the ramp at 65 miles an hour, and I landed flat. I think I went 180 feet on that car. But the one after Canada, the Mopar Nats, now out of all 31 jumps I've ever did, I hit the ramp at 72 miles an hour, and I landed flat. It's like the car exploded underneath me. I didn't get knocked out or anything, but it's a little hazy. Some of the things that I think of, and I'm like, it took me out for about 4 or 5 months. All of the pulled muscles and the whiplash and stuff like that. And I never thought I would ever recover from that. Now they had to literally help me out of the truck when we got home. We had a 3-hour trip home, and then they had to help me walk in the house, and they just put me on the couch, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move for weeks. It was terrible. When you're in a situation when you get hurt like that and you need help just to go to the bathroom, where you have to sit on a chair and get wheeled to the bathroom, where you're smiling because
It's an excruciating pain.
yeah. When breathing hurts,
Hurts.
Tiffany was like, "Dad, does it hurt?" And I'm like, "It only hurts when my heart beats."
When I breathe. Oh,
When I
wow.
breathe,
Hey, what would what's your furthest jump? How far? What's your longest jump would be?
the longest one. So I hit the ramp at 72 miles an hour at the Mopar Nats last August. 72 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not pulling whoever you want to call, somebody who fibs. The camera is pointing right at the speedometer. You can't lie about that. 72 miles an hour. I hit the ramp. The car flew up over 30 feet, just over 30 feet, and it came crashing down at 217 feet.
Oh, you did 217?
217, yeah.
You outjumped me, Raymond. You
Sorry.
outjumped me. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Can we end this
Yeah, we'll just end
podcast
this
now?
window right now.
Can we?
All right. That's
You
I'll never
outjumped
work in
me.
Hollywood now.
You outjumped me. I only went 202 feet in Nashville.
I thought it was 204.
Okay, let's go with 204.
204. See, I was there. I moved up that marker a little bit for
Did you? Yeah, you kicked it up the
Yeah.
street a little bit.
I was like, yeah, but I can't go as far as 217 though. So,
Oh man, that's a good jump, buddy. Damn.
hey, Skylar, can you take a look at that link that I sent to you and tell me if it's live for you? It says, oh yeah, it's done.
Yep.
Wait till you guys get to see them.
So no one's seen this.
Nobody's seen this. I may have sent it to you. But
What
it's
happened just there?
Hold on, give it a sec. Easy, Raymond. You got too excited. The camera's not able to keep up. Okay. He's back.
So how are we going to see it? Oh, there it is. Is this it here?
Yeah, this is one of those little MVP drones. All right. So now the drone is, it gave us the signal. It bobbed up and down a couple times, letting us know that everybody was ready.
Wait. Tell me that again. What do you mean the drone?
The drone itself was our signal to go.
There's somebody like flying the drone, basically
Yeah.
pulling up and saying, and then going.
Oh.
Go. Like,
They
ready?
bobbed the right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He had radios and stuff like that, but just to make sure all the camera people were ready, that was the signal.
Gotcha.
That's the go, Bo, go.
Yeah, you got cameras all over that car. Wow. How cool is that?
That is
Mike, the
amazing.
camera guy,
Yeah.
you can really see how close he was there. Back that up a little bit.
Where is he?
Right there.
Hey there.
Whoosh.
Wow. That was awesome.
That's amazing.
I'm so, you know, honored that I get to do this with all of my friends. In fact, everybody on my crew, they were fans of my earlier jumps, and they loved it so much. They were like, "Hey man, can I help out and stuff?" My crew is the best, man. I tell you, for us to get together and build these cars and stuff, and they don't get any recognition for it like I do, and it sucks, but you know what? Every one of those guys was in that car with me that day, and we build the cars together, and we laugh together, we cried together, we bled together, so it's definitely a team effort in this whole thing. And I don't think I would want to do it without any of those guys.
Hey, Raymond, tell me about your first General Lee jump. Where was it and how did it turn out?
Well, it's sort of embarrassing to talk about.
Okay, let's
So
focus.
it was August 31st, August 31st,
Oh, you know the date.
2007. And the car had no brakes whatsoever. And somebody used a little rock to chalk the wheel. And when I put the car on drive, it drove up and over the rock. And I'm like, my brother was in the car still strapping me in.
Oh,
And I was like, we had to turn around, go back up the hill, back into a concrete barrier to stop the car. And then after that, it was off of a dirt ramp. I think I did about an 80-foot jump.
was it
The
at night?
first one? No, it was in the daytime.
Oh,
It was in the daytime. I may have that on my phone real
I
quick.
thought I saw you do a jump at night off a dirt ramp.
A lot of them were at night, and there was a hidden thing about the night thing. You couldn't see the landing come because it was pitch black. So go ahead to Detroit, my 20th jump, first daylight jump in a long time. So I seen the landing coming, and so I didn't do the relax thing where you usually relax. I went like this because I seen the ground coming, and I'm like, oh shit, it was the street, and I overextended my left wrist, and it broke my left wrist.
Oh,
Yeah, there's all kinds of like little things like that happen, and I've had a lot of broken ankles. I've been concussed a few times. We don't like concussions; they suck.
you got Trump down, man.
You do realize
I
whenever
have
you do
to try to figure out how to quit doing it, because I'm sitting there, I'm talking to like important people, right? We're having a meeting with the city council about doing the jump, and I'm up there like this. We're gonna do the jump, and I'm like, I'm just.
That's
Stephanie,
awesome.
my daughter's like, Dad, you're doing it again. Stop.
you need to dress up as Trump when you do the jump for Trump.
Yeah.
Right. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, let's see here. Do I have my first jump? No, I have this one here. Take a look at this one.
Is that at night?
This is at night. This is jump 4.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Yeah, I've saw that. I know that feeling.
And people were like, hey, that had to be your worst landing. I'm like, no, dude, it was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
That
That was a Charger?
rolling.
Was that a
Yeah,
Charger?
that was a real Charger. Yeah. People want to kill me over this stuff.
Hey, where did you and I first meet? Was it Conyers, Covington?
Sperryville.
Where?
Sperryville, 2001, Sperryville. First Dukes Fest ever. I have a picture of you with my wife, Tina, and my son, who's 31 years old now. He was like 4 or 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
2001. I have a picture. I'll have to send that to you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, at the other Dukes Fest and whatnot. And then the '03 jump that you guys did down in Georgia.
Now, where was that
there.
in Georgia? Was that Covington or Conyers?
Oh, that was Covington, Georgia, at Legion Field.
Okay.
Okay, so and then in '05 at the MTV jump, you guys jumped over my Roscoe car.
That's right. Yeah.
You peppered my car with all kinds of debris,
Yeah.
and it's got paint chips everywhere. And I want to talk to somebody about getting my car repainted.
Yes, it's about time.
So yeah, you autographed the visor, and it said something like, "Yeah, I jumped over this car" and stuff like that. That's when I got bit by the stunt bug.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I was like, I got to do this. If just one time, I'm going to try it. And look, 31 jumps later.
Now you're over 30
know?
jumps.
Yeah, this was my third jump. This was a good jump here. I'll rewind that back to the. This is seeing these old Yankee Lake ones. Let's see here.
Here you come. Here you come. Boom. Nice. Oh, that came to an abrupt halt, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't like that one. That was the first time that the second jump, I knew I had to get myself off of the seat because I was sitting on the seat, the car landed flat, and I felt like an electric shock could go up my spine and my ears started ringing. I knew at that point, if I was ever going to do this again, I had to get myself off of the seat somehow. So, those, people who use those back braces when they pick up stuff, you wrap it around tight around your torso and stuff so you don't get like a hernia or something like that. Well, I had one of those on and we duct taped it, and then we took those truckers bungee cords and we looped them around from the front and back, and that's before I knew a jump vest existed and stuff like that,
That's awesome.
God, thinking about the old ways that I used to do this, it's crazy. Why did I?
I remember on the show that they used to take the bungee cord and no quick releases. They would go through your D ring and around the roll cage and tie it in knots. If the car caught on fire, you're not getting out. They had to wait for them to come in and then take a knife and cut the bungee cord.
Cut them. Yeah, like I think about the early days of me doing this. I'm like, how foolish was I? How dangerous? How am I even alive? How do I even walk around and talk? Because I should have been killed. That's why when people are like, "Hey, can you teach me how to do this?" or "I want to do this," and I'm like, I highly don't recommend you doing it.
Yeah,
I was my own guinea pig, and trust me, I was stupid. When you're younger, you feel like you're invincible, but
yeah,
when your injuries start to add up and the age starts creeping in.
Wait, how old are you now?
48
years. 48 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. You're like almost an antique.
Antique.
Dang. Well,
it's been a fun ride. I guess if I had a wish right now, I would wish that I'd get my followers back.
It'll happen. It will happen. Because you know what? There's only one of you, and you're the only guy out there jumping the General Lee now, and there's still millions of people that love that car, that love you, that love what you're doing. It's a real stunt. It's not CGI. It's the real deal.
Yeah, I do have to say this. I want to say thank you for always being so nice to me. And
well, no, that's not true. I say stuff behind your back all the time.
Yeah, that's what Skyler was just. He's like, hey, listen, he's going to be friends, to your face here, but he said all this shit before you even got on. No, seriously, you never had to show me any type of courtesy or friendship or anything like that, and it means a lot to me. I feel like very honored, and I don't want to cry or anything, but you know what? I mean, nope, you didn't have to be so nice to me, and I've been around the stunt world enough to know that there's not too many people out there that are friendly, and I can say that you've been very nice to me, and I'm honored and happy I could call you a friend.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you saying that, and I value our friendship. I just want to treat you like I want you to treat me, and I respect what you're doing because I've been there, done it, knowing and but you even make it what you have done. I haven't done. What I mean by that, you build the cars, you find them, you build them, you built your jump ramps. I showed up in the cars there on the set. It's like, so my hat goes off to you for all the work and the sweat equity you've put into it and booking the jumps and all that stuff and performing them. And really right now it comes down to, there's nobody who's more accurate at jumping cars from ramp to ground in my book. And I know a lot of people, there's nobody more accurate than you. And I just think some writer now needs to just write it into a screenplay that they're going to do some jump that's going to be, and I know the guy to call, and it's going to be you. They're probably going to reach out to me, and I'm going to say, no, I got this guy. He's a friend of mine, and I look forward to making that call for you.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah,
can't wait. We can't wait, Corey. We're gonna love it.
Yeah. It's probably not going to be a General Lee. It'll be some other.
I know that.
But
so one thing is my daughter knew how nervous. Everybody knew how nervous I was. It's just because John Schneider was there, Byron Cherry was there, there was the Dean of Congress from Washington D.C. there, and then the whole town and surrounding counties and people were from different states. So there was everybody looking at me, right? The feeling of when you have a lot of people looking at you jump on the General Lee. No pressure, right? So I'm sitting there nervous, and I'm just trying to just not show it. And Tiffany was like, Dad, remember, you're Big Air Ray. You're Big Air Ray. And I'm like, you're right, Tiffany. And then from that point, I was
awesome.
Was good because that's where a couple of the guys in Hollywood started calling me Big Air Ray, So yeah, that's like
that's
a little
cool nickname, though. That's a cool
Air Ray.
Yeah, Big Air Ray.
I think I need to come out with my own like little action figure and put them in a General Lee and like a little toy fountain, and I can see that being a toy.
Absolutely.
Somebody needs to make a toy of me, damn it.
Oh, hey, I thank you so much for being on our Stunt Story show, and
Thank you for having me.
Help promote getting your followers back onto your page, and because they all signed up to be your friend because they respect you and love you and want to follow your career and what you're doing. So they're going to come back.
It's all for the Dukes of Hazzard, man. It's all for the Dukes. It's for that show that we all grew up and we all loved.
Yeah. Raymond, thank you so much, buddy.
And I will get your address, and I'm going to send you some cool shirts.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. All right.
All right, boys.
Later, Raymond.
See you, Skyler.
Well, that would wrap up this episode of Stunt Stories, which is show number what?
22.
22. We'll see you on the next one, which will be what?
Next Friday.
23. Show number 23. Is that the one with